Wrong button, Victor. Oh, come on.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup. Give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
San Antonio shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
Now here's Jordan.
Pass it the fucking Barry, you
This is
idiot.
to Jordan. And they double up Jordan. Pass to Barry. The 15-footer. And it comes off the front of the rim. Last outing for San Antonio, it was a loss to the Bucks in Milwaukee.
Fuck's sake.
Here's Speedy, covered by Duncan. Releases. San Antonio again missing. Outside Jordan. Duncan, the pass to Jordan. Great
Oh,
see
for
that
fuck's
time
sake.
from Howard.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Chicago was as strong as they would have hoped for last season at home in the United Center. A lot of big wins for them here.
Yeah, and despite all the injuries, they go 27-14 at home, and that helped to assure them of home court in the first round of the playoffs.
Now here's Duncan. Jordan with it. Baylor picks him up.
I hit one.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
The feed now to Cousins.
Stay on the ground, Parrish, you idiot.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Cannot hit.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5
Like that.
attempts with only 1 fall.
Iverson with the bucket.
You know, you look back on the Bulls' record last year with 27 home wins. That's pretty solid. Same exact total as they had the year before. They haven't gone below 500 at home since 2008.
And a big part of why the Bulls are tough at home is this crowd. I mean, sold out every game last season. Led the league in total attendance for 6 straight seasons, averaging over 21,000 fans per game.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. He doesn't get the second one. Last season, Clark, the Spurs kept on winning as usual. They passed the Lakers, in fact, for the best winning percentage all time for a franchise.
Well, some of that has to do with the struggles the
Pass it
Lakers
to the
had
ball.
last season, but more of it is credit to the Spurs. Consistency and high-quality play has been who they are and have been for 2 decades.
Here's Speedy following the basket by Michael Jordan. Here's Speedy. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. It's deflected. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And with the Spurs and their winning percentage, it's right above 60. Not bad for a team that joined the NBA back in 1977.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
A lot of the Spurs' success, guys, with their winning percentage has come since the 90s. The way they are put together, who knows how high they can push that franchise winning percentage.
Ewing's checked in for Chicago. Bird comes in for Michael Jordan. Spurs also with the sub. McHale's checked in.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's key to this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Here's Speedy. There's a screen by McHale. Cousins. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4. So at Chicago now, they lead by 7. Bury the pass to Ewing. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. From 13, good.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Down low, here's Cousins, and Ewing with the block. Iverson passes to Barry. Off target there, that would have pushed the lead to double digits. Spurs trail by 9, and the pass to Speedy. Cousins with it. He's got 6. Outside Dumars. Screen by Cousins. Off the screen. And Dumars gets it to go.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Now here's Ewing. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard.
It goes down, but with no defender near him, no need to go to the fadeaway.
And San Antonio calls
Blame
the first
2K.
time
I
out of
did
the
not
game.
change these strips,
He did
JD.
not seem happy about how things
This
are
is
going on
happen
right
like this.
now and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
The Spurs making a switch here. Thompson, he's checked in for Cousins. The Bulldozer comes in for Baylor. The kid, he's checked in for Joe Dumars. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Speedy.
I haven't seen this many wide men on the
Now,
court
here
since
is
the
our test.
70s.
Pass to the kid. Launches a 3. And he gets it to go. The kid's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And it's the Bulls with the ball. 6-point game. Here's Ewing.
Get there.
And the rebound goes to McHale. For San Antonio, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Iverson outside. 56 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Thomas with the ball. Iverson picks him up. Here's our test. No good on the triple.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him.
Lightning!
I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
Now here's Thomas. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. The kid passes to McHale from 17 feet out. Duncan with the block. They get it back. That doesn't go either for our test. The Bulls leading by 8. Iverson kicks to Bird. Out to the wing. Here's Barry. Great play by Bird to set it up. 6 points for buckets.
And really, these teams don't even look like they belong on the same court today.
I don't think they do, based on what we've seen, a double-digit lead, and we're still in the first. Ouch. That's painful.
Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. It's Chicago up 10. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for Chicago.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And also, they've gotten the three-pointer to fall tonight as well. That's equally as important.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. They've got the Bulldozer. Thompson is out there with Kevin McHale. Then it's Joe Dumars. And it's Speedy at the point.
Ewing.
Jordan kicks to Ewing. Can't get it to go. And the
Brick.
Spurs going the other way now. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Here's our test. Off target with his 3. The Bulls leading by 8.
You know, guys, one of the things that is always going to keep you competitive against the West is a good defense.
Go, Chuck.
It's one reason why the Bulls tend to be a tougher matchup for teams from the West, because they do D up.
The Spurs have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Speedy the pass to Dumars. To the middle. Here's Thompson. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Here's Jordan. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure.
Dumars. Another one falls for San Antonio.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Bird dishes to Jordan. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Cassell kicks to Barkley.
Yes, in there one. Well done, you
great
fat piece of
passing
shit.
on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Parrish is checked in for Chicago. The Spurs also changing it up. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Thompson.
We're at replace later.
Jay comes in for McHale, and it's Baylor in for the Bulldozer. The San Antonio Spurs, a team that has had such a strong core and is so disciplined, Clark, it's hard to see them struggle, even think of them struggling, even on the road.
Well, you know, last season they did have trouble at times on the road.
Oh, come on. What's that?
2-19, still not too bad.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
Jordan kicks to Barkley.
Oh!
With one hand.
Maybe could have
Barkley, the big round mound, the rebound.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Here's Baylor. That's blocked by Bird. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. So the whistle blows on the shot.
Come on,
Cassell,
you should have got that.
right there.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
Really, as close as you can get to an and one right there. He almost had it.
Okay, Jetty. Next time I'll do something decent with Jordan, I'll give you a replay. How about that?
They were so good at home, but scored 8.5 points less per game on the road. That was the biggest
Since I missed it with the
margin
Barkley
in
dunk,
the
I should have
NBA.
got it with the Barkley dunk.
Boy, it's been a long time since the Spurs had a losing record on the road, so there aren't any concerns for them. I mean, they've never had a losing road record since Tim Duncan was drafted. Wow, that's back to 1997. It's been kind of a gradual occurrence, but I think it's clear that analytics are here to stay in the NBA. Every team now has at least some vesting into the analytics area. Some base a lot of their decisions on the number side of the game. Others have a more balanced approach.
Spurs trail by 10.
Can't do that.
Screen by Howard. Dumars with it. He's picked up by Jordan. Here's Baylor. And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. Baylor's got 4 points now in the quarter. Analytics does have a strong place in the NBA, so it's been proven over the last decade. Some held out, but now, Greg, the results, the benefits of those numbers, it's hard to deny them.
A great point, Kevin. And with something new like that, there's always going to be a bit of resistance. There will always need to be a balance, I believe, and you need to use the numbers and your own eyes. They really do go hand in hand to kind of keep each other in check. And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Jordan kicks to Parrish.
Get that, Parrish.
Back to Jordan. That's in, and that's his fourth.
Play lock. Yeah, next time.
Best of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Cousins looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Chicago making some changes. Tim Duncan, he's checked in for Barkley. Barry comes in for Bird, and Iverson's subbed in for Cassell. Now Jordan, he's got 9. Here's Parrish, and the rejection by Cousins. Here's Speedy.
Oh, shit's on the ground.
From 11 feet away, Howard can't hit.
You know, last season, DeMarcus Cousins had several triple-doubles, but with
sake.
Cousins, he would have 20-plus rebounds to go along with 20 points and 10 assists. That's amazing for a big man, for any man, as a matter of fact.
Jordan kicks to Parrish. Back to Jordan. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
He shot the ball.
How do you zoom out in this thing?
Ball exceptionally well as they built this lead for themselves here.
Some changes here for the Spurs. The kid comes in for Dumars, and it's Isaiah Thomas in for Speedy.
You know, they've changed their game here in the second, getting a little bit more physical, playing with some toughness now.
And I'm looking for them to increase that lead if they can keep getting to the free throw line.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow, but Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer. Was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
Well, Greg, for Hoiberg, it's his first job as an NBA head coach. Now, we know he played. He's been a part of an NBA front office. Clark, he came from Iowa State, where he honed his coaching skills and was highly respected.
Yeah, very much respected, particularly as an offensive coach. And we know the Bulls are pretty solid defensively, and he'll be looking to ramp up that offensive approach for that team, and I think he will.
Barry, the pass to Jordan. He kicks to Duncan. With the fadeaway. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
Here's Westphal. Iverson grabs the board.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money
Take
from that
that.
range.
Give me.
Back to Jordan. Pass to Iverson. Just 5 to shoot. And they double up Jordan. On the mark with the 15-footer.
So it's R2 to get... How the fuck do you zoom out now? Oh. Zoom in is triangle, okay. Huh, fair enough. So that's how this instant replay works. Look at the Jordan 5s he's got on. Look at that. The Jordan 5s. Okay.
Jordan's got 7 points for the quarter.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
High, arcing shot, no luck. Last outing for San Antonio, it was a loss to the Milwaukee Bucks. Barry the pass to Jordan. Again, Chicago.
MJ doing it again.
Here's Thomas. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. .130 left in the first half. Passes it to the kid. Shoots. Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Now the dish to Parrish. Back to Jordan. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Jordan's got 18 points in the game. Spurs trail by 13.
Just wish I could dunk properly.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Thomas kicks to Howard. It's stolen by Duncan. Outside Jordan. There's 37 seconds left in the second quarter. That's good. And the Bulls lead by 15.
Don't know how we got that one, but
and
we'll
now
take
we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
Out to the wing to stop the run.
Yeah, you got the one.
Robert Parrish comes up with the rebound.
Oh, you got 21 left.
Parrish has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Jordan dishes to Iverson.
Hold it, Jordan, hold it.
Back to Jordan. All sorts of time. It's Chicago with another bucket.
And the lead continues to increase. They are just playing flawless basketball at both ends.
Greg, I can't identify an area where this team has underperformed. I mean, they've been 5-star in every category.
And that does it for the first half of play. Bulls out front as they wrap up the second quarter with a 13-4 run. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Thank you, Kevin. Coach, you haven't seen much work put in off the bench thus far. When we see that second unit after the break, what are you hoping to see from them?
I just want to have a semblance of motion so that they know where they're going and the ball moves. They don't play in a crowd. Just basically see if they know what they're doing.
We'll see, Coach. Thanks for the time. Guys.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
White lightning.
Hey, folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson along with Chicago holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They lead by 15. Kenny?
Well, shooters were popping open right and left. Exceptional ball movement. Guys racing off screens, spotting up, knocking down shots. That's the way you play basketball unselfishly, and it was superb, and they exploited all the weaknesses.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is just about to get started. Now back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We will see you later.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen.
How about Michael Jordan in this one? He has 20 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Duncan out there with Barry. Then there's Allen Iverson. And it's Jordan in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls.
What the fuck?
Spurs trail by 15. For a franchise that had so much success under his tenure, there was sure a lot of friction with Tom Thibodeau, and the Bulls front office surprised a lot of people, I know, including yourself.
Yeah, you know, it's not something that you see often, a winning coach at odds with his GM and president.
Oh,
With how
Duncan.
often they're different.
He don't need no. He doesn't know. Oh, look at the face and Duncan there. It's like, yeah, motherfucker, I just got you. Okay. That look right there is just like game blouses.
Differences came up though, you knew something was afoot.
And guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, you know, his reputation. Clark grinding away, 100% effort all the time.
And you know, Kevin, all that effort pays off. How many of those spectacular putback jams do we see from this guy? A bunch.
And with Thibs, he did end up getting fired from the Bulls this past season. Some saw it coming, but still, I think surprising given the level of success he had. His imprint is all over this Bulls team in the way they approach the game.
Duncan left side. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Jordan's got 3 assists tonight.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
Here's Archibald. Bounces
somebody
high
got
off
that
the
guy,
rim
please.
and drops.
Obviously,
and when you look at how Thibs got fired, I mean, there are a lot of reasons why a coach can be let go. I mean, he didn't have any performance issues, but apparently clashed in some form or fashion with the front office. Sometimes that's all it takes to be asked to go somewhere else.
Duncan misses.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Floats one, and Dumars gets it to go. Dumars got 6.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Chicago calls timeout.
And listen, San Antonio is an older team, actually the oldest in the league last season. And because of injuries and days off, they didn't get to feel that preferred starting 5 a lot last year.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Thompson, he's checked in for Cousins. McHale comes in for Jay. And it's the Bulldozer in for Bailey. And he gets the bucket. 8 points for Iverson.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up.
Oh, Duncan just smashes the guy in the
Spurs
face.
only used their preferred lineup less than half the season, but still a strong campaign. 22 games played with the starting lineup of Parker, Green, Leonard, Duncan, and Splitter.
And, you know, the Spurs will go on to use 23 different starting lineups, Kevin. That would be the 5th most in the NBA.
First one falls for him. Last season, the Bulls were a tough matchup, solid margin of victory for them, and never looked overwhelmed, Clark.
Yeah, you know what? They're a team that's even-keeled, the type of team that can win anytime they take the floor. They have a system that works and good talent, actually excellent talent to make it special, and that combination is a winning one.
And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Parrish has got his 2nd basket.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
And that one's good. Speedy's got 4 this quarter.
And you talk about the Bulls being able to beat anybody in the league. They did. They did that last season. One of only 3 teams to register 1 win against every other team in the league back in 2015. Assists like that have typified their effort.
Yeah, you made a basket for the weight barrier, aren't you, special?
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Did he throw that fucking thing under
getting back to that point about the Bulls beating every team in the league, only the Spurs and Warriors for the other teams to do that. Goes to show just how tough last year's Bulls squad was.
And he gets it to go.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Down low, stolen by Thompson. Dumars against Cassell. Now the pass to Speedy. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. Speedy's got his third basket of the night right there.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Dishes to Barkley. Pass to Barry. The shot's no good. Nice D from Dumars. Spurs trail by 12. Here's our test, and plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And there's the call. Chicago the foul. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Chicago.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And also, their mid-range game has been impressive. A tough shot to rely upon, but they really had it going tonight.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Ewing's checked in for Parrish. And Iverson's subbed in for Cassell. Screen by Barkley. From the wing. The shot's good from Barry. Barry's got 5 points now this quarter.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and it's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
The screen from Thompson. Here's Dumars. Excellent defense there from Ewing. The Bulls leading by 12. Iverson outside. To the middle. And there's Barkley. That's good on the assist by Iverson. And that's now 8 points for B.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
Here's Speedy. Iverson covering. Right side Dumars. Shoots it up. That doesn't go either for Dumars.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Barry. His 3-pointers off the mark. Spurs trail by 14. Here's Speedy. 7 points in the game. Outside Artest. Here's Archibald. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Chicago has gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game.
Like that.
No one near him. Iverson, no luck.
Man, that is a missed opportunity right there.
And he'll be the first to tell you, Greg, that's one he should have knocked down.
And here's Thompson. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Artest, good.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guy. He made it look easy that time. Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
Ah, that's bringing it down hard. Clark
Yes,
brings it down hard,
yes,
my brother.
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
We've seen a noticeable improvement out of him since halftime. He didn't have a whole lot working in the first half.
Kicks to Barkley. Passes it to Barry. To the inside. Ewing can't hit. Spurs trail by 12. Here's Archibald. It's hauled in by Barry. For Chicago, they've gone 8 of 16 in the third quarter to put their second half shooting percentage right at 50%. Puts it up. San Antonio with the rebound. Here's Speedy. 9 points in the game so far. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Add another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Barry, nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
Here's Thompson. Great defense that time from Ewing. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Bulls lead by 12. And we'll have the start of the 4th quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. Welcome back. 4th quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show.
Pass the ball, goddammit. Pass the ball in.
Last outing for the Bulls, it was a loss to the Wizards. On the floor for San Antonio starting the 4th quarter. We've got the kid. Baylor is out there with Jay. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Thomas in at the 1 spot. Poked away. It's stolen by Duncan. The drive by Jordan. The quick look, no good that time.
Damn it.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And a wide open look for Howard. Bank shot, no good. The Bulls leading by 12. Outside Jordan. To the paint. Here's Duncan. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Jordan's got his 4th assist in this one. Iverson against Thomas. And there's the pass to the kid. That 3 off the mark.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Tipped away. In transition, here come the Bulls. Here's Barry. Goes up high for the 2-handed dunk.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Thomas passes to Howard. Here's the kid, covered by Duncan. San Antonio again missing.
And another miss. Oof. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Second chance shot, and it's Parrish getting it to go. And the Bulls lead by 18.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
San Antonio calls timeout.
There are certain things, guys, that you can always count on in life. Death, taxes, And, of course, the Spurs winning 50 games in the regular season. Happened for the 16th straight season last year.
Speedy's checked in for San Antonio. Howard kicks to their teams out there who can drive cars, who have not even seen the Spurs not win 50 games at least in a year.
And the way the Spurs keep on building this team, it's not as if that streak's going to end anytime soon. Those kids might have a chance to vote and do much more before they fail to see the Spurs win 50 games.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Chicago's coach was going over with his team. He told the players, let's put our foot on them and keep them down. We've got them exactly where we want them. I want to see you guys slow the pace, use the clock, and stay away from any silly fouls.
Jordan with it. He's picked up by Cousins. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
We've seen Tim Duncan getting it done. 8 rebounds and 3 steals. He's doing all the things you can ask of a player in the low post.
Definitely. It's the blocks, the rebounds. You name it, he's done it.
The first one falls. And Duncan drops them both. Spurs trail by 17. Speedy the pass to Cousins. Here's Speedy. Cousins with a screen on Iverson. Back to Baylor. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
These defenders had better start closing out on those shooters.
That's 2 in a row, and we call that a streak.
Duncan outside. Jordan kicks to Parrish. Back to Jordan. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Jordan's got 22.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Here's Speedy. Iverson covering. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
Thinking about DeMarcus Cousins, Clark, when he was selected, people questioned whether he could... Stay out of trouble. Many doubted that,
and we're back.
You know, he could, but he has stayed clean really since day one.
Yeah, you know,
That
going
break
back
was
5
brought to you
years
by
ago,
diabetes.
the beat writer actually had the audacity to say he would end up in jail at some point.
It's a prick.
Cousins has proved him and others
All right,
wrong.
now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
And with that Cousins story about the writer, Cousins actually called him out about that failed prediction. I mean, they made amends, however, with the writer eating his words and donating to a charity of Cousins' choice.
San Antonio making a switch here. Dumars is checked in. Jordan kicks to Duncan. Iverson dishes to Jordan. And Baylor with the block. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Here's Archibald. The shot will not go. Iverson with some nice D.
Yeah, and for Cousins, it's never been a question of talent. I mean, many are glad to see that he's been able to stay focused really for the first stretch of his career.
Iverson passes to Jordan. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go from the wing. No good off the back of the rim. Spurs trail by 15. Feeds to Dumars. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And that is good. And that's 13 points for Speedy.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
The feed to Parrish. Here's Jordan. The good-looking shot from the wing. And the Bulls lead by 15.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Here's Archibald. They get it back.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Outside Jordan. Duncan high post. Back to Jordan. Lets it fly from 18. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Jordan's got 26.
Clearly, he's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside, and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
Yeah, and I think he's going to let them know about it. I mean, they're playing some soft interior defense, and you can't win that way. That's a recipe for disaster if you're not going to play with some physicality inside.
McHale's checked in for Jay. Spurs trail by 17. Here's Speedy. There's a screen by McHale. Cousins with a screen on Jordan. The shot is good by Baylor.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
For Chicago, they've gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Here's Parrish. Goes up.
Oh, the moves by Parrish.
Parrish has got 4 points this quarter.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today. There's a glaring discrepancy between these teams in that area of the game.
And it's been the difference. That's what's enabled them to build such a big lead, no doubt about it.
Take that. Take that. Get out of the key, you idiot.
It's going to be a 3-second call.
Supposed to fucking shoot that, Iverson.
Spurs trail by 17. Here's Speedy. Goes back up. And McHale finishes inside.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Bulls.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Well, the ball movement was good. The player movement was excellent, and you only get assists when guys make shots.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And in a 2-game season series, you love taking charge of game 1. That's obvious, and exactly what they're doing here tonight against the Spurs.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Jordan. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised. Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, and now let's just keep an eye on how much longer they keep the foot on the accelerator.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Ewing's checked in for Parrish. Barkley comes in for Duncan. Bird, he's checked in for Barry. And it's Cassell in for Allen Iverson.
The MVP chance go up for Jordan. Gotta love it.
San Antonio's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. And Howard has it in the corner. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Take that, Bird. Take that.
Here's Jordan. No good off the front iron.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
So it's Chicago now. Clark, and they can just let the clock run out here.
No argument with that W.
He feeds it to Barkley.
Take that, Bucks.
And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
That's his second personal foul.
He left goes your shit. He left goes your shit. Tim Duncan. He left goes your shit.
Barkley. At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
Holy shit, there's been a Ray Allen sighting. Forgot I had him on my roster.
Good on both. Here's the kid. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They poured it on tonight, Clark. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
I don't think they have anything but positives to take away from this win. Offensively, defensively, every aspect of the game, it all went right for them.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. Now we'll head over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who's not too far away. EJ?
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's move on to our Jordan Player of the Game. Talk about lighting it up in the second quarter. My word, that was just huge. And the impact carried them through the entire game.
They asked an awful lot from him tonight offensively, and he delivered. When they needed a big bucket, he was the guy they turned to, and he delivered, like I said. I mean, this guy was unbelievable. He did not shy away from the moment.
Boom, boom, boom. That's right, Ernie. Instruments. This guy was instrumental tonight in making sure they avoided a second straight loss. They needed somebody to step up tonight, and he was their guy.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.
Kenny Smith touching the mocap sensors after it. Well done. Way to stay professional. Okay, what did Duncan get? Well, I thought he got more than that. Well, thanks for watching. That concludes our broadcasting day.